So, what would you say to somebody who doesn't know how to dialogue with their kids in a way that is aligned, in a way that can be healthy for them? So their natural response is just to be negative, just to be, lashing out, about how they refer to the other. To the ex-partner. Do you recommend therapy, coaching? Does that fall under a therapist? Does that
Right.
fall under maybe parenting coach
Right.
or a coordinator where you work with your ex-partner
Right.
in terms of how you're going to navigate these things? Where if you don't get along in the relationship,
Right.
how can you go to therapy and get along afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, how do you make that work?
Yeah, it's a great question, and the thing is, you can make it work, but it's it takes a bit of work, right? To make things work. But is you can, first of all, it's there's sort of two different levels to this, right? There's the level of the internal thing that's going on for somebody, and if they're frustrated and they're hurt and they're angry at the world or whatnot, right? And being able to have that kind of support from maybe a personal therapist where they can dig into it, because sometimes it hits into their own attachment wounds,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that is a great place to work that out with a good therapist, right? And so that's one level, is the personal work. But the other level is that work like you were talking about, like going to a counselor, co-parenting counselor, or having a parenting coordinator to help you with the logistics, right? So there's the personal and then there's the logistics. And having, a neutral party involved sometimes that kind of keeps you on track and also educates you and supports, because their goal really is to help you do this better, can be so helpful. The thing is, you don't have to do this alone. Like, this podcast is called The Divorce Circle. This is all about a circle around, and different people, different professionals, different friends, whatever, play different roles in that circle, right? So you really can improve your communication. So yeah, maybe you didn't communicate well in the marriage, and particularly at the end of the marriage, right? That doesn't mean you can't communicate well as co-parents. Especially if you keep that vision in your mind. I always talk about keep the diamond in your mind, of your children thriving and growing and, enjoying the resources and benefits from both parents.